Hi, I'm Greg Kahn. I am going to go over one of my websites. So this is the landing page. I am going to click on the first website here, Tableau Dashboards. It's going to bypass the login screen and go directly to the home menu page. So I initially developed this site so that Tableau users can get to this website without having to log in. So, so what happened was that Tableau users wanted to be able to show their managers or coworkers some of the presentations I did with these interfaces here that I developed for the Tableau JavaScript API. So they needed a way to show their manager or coworkers without having to log in. So that's how that started. And then I started using this just to demo applications. I have test data here just to demo our user-friendly interfaces here. So one thing to note, if you have a login user ID and password, no worries, because you may want to see more stuff with your user ID and password. What you can do is you can log out and you can go in with your user ID and password right here. So for example, I have something here. I'll go in as Greg Hall info and log in here. And while I'm a super admin here. But if you want to come in as a Tableau user, and so that you don't need to, I'll log out here, you don't need to enter your user ID and password, easy pleasy, you come here and click here for auto login, and you'll be in as a Tableau user without having to enter the user ID and password. So if you happen to come here and sign out and you just want to go back in, just click here. And you're back as a Tableau user, a non-admin Tableau user. So you can see this site so I have a URL, it's called unalisa.net. There's security here, you see this lock here, it has SSL, has security socket layer, so it's very secure. So it's https:// unalisa.net. So I am using HostGator. So one of the issues I had when I spoke with the technical support there is that I am on a shared server, meaning that there are other sites using the same server. So there are a lot of other sites, in fact, and you can have a lot of traffic, and you can have memory issues, and for example, it can time out. So if I am, let's say, in an interface and it does time out because maybe there's a lot of traffic, what's going to happen is that in this case, in the site that I have, it's going to go back to the home menu page and you have to click on the interface again. So what they suggested for me was to have a dedicated server. But if I was to do that, the cost would be significantly higher. So for now, I don't need to have that. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it in a shared server. Let me go back to my local drive. I have it in my local drive as well. That way I know for sure I'm not going to have any memory issues. So yeah, so here, what I'm going to do here is go over everything here. I'm going to show you, go over a couple of Tableau interfaces here, maybe. The task system I have here, Telerik. Also, you can have dashboards using Telerik. Security here, user hits, cool stuff. My narrative video, which has a library of YouTube videos, games, another interface I'll demo my resume, and you can click here to sign in. So I have contact information, or you may have questions here. So you can sign in and write as many, there's a field for notes. You can just enter as much stuff as you want if you have questions. So let's get started. Let's just start up with a couple of Tableau interfaces here. Category counts. So in this interface, it shows that you can embed your Tableau dashboard using the JavaScript API into your HTML page. And using the Tableau JavaScript API event listeners, you can select objects. I'll select objects here, or categories in this case, and I get my ins and outs. These are called set actions in Tableau. Get my ins and outs. So I have my selected objects. I can, again, remember I said when you select your objects, you can save it to your database. You can drill down to other dashboards. You can pass these as parameters for other applications, other software. In this case, I'm drilling down, so I'll click on Post Event Logs. Here are the selected objects I have here. I have my tree map. I drilled down again. If you can see here, I have my word cloud. I can select objects from this tree map and get my ins and outs for my set actions here. I have values from the selected categories here. So you can do stuff like that. So this is just an example. So I'll close this guy here. Let's go back home, show you something else. Here's another example. Again, remember I can select objects here, and then you can see it here, and it totals everything here. I can drill down. I have other charts here. You can see in different formats. So you can do stuff like that. Let me go back home. And you can have fun stuff as well. So for example, here UCSF versus the Golden State Warriors. Here's the Oakland Coliseum or Oakland Arena. It's the Chase Center now, but back then it was the Oracle Arena. Um, you can see our road game, our home game right here. This doesn't look as nice, but you go to the road game against the Golden State Warriors, and it's a lot nicer. And you can do stuff like power forward. Let's see here. Point guard, that's me versus Stephen Curry. So you can do some fun stuff. So I've also done another game using the Tableau JavaScript API. So let me go back. Let's go back home and let's do something else now. How about the task system here? I'll go to Task Grid Manager. And in here, so this is a really powerful Telerik grid component. So you can sort on any column, you can filter on any column. So that's probably one of the most used features, filtering, right? So for filtering, for example, I'll filter, how about on categories, anything that contains, how about TEC for technical? It's not case sensitive, TEC, and I'll just filter on that. I get my technical um, category. So if I click on reset, you'll see that I have all my records. But again, remember, I'll click on contains, anything that contains TEC, and filter on that. And one of the things you can do once you filter on that, you can save your filtered grid state. I can click on save grid state, and what that does, if I move off this page, if I go somewhere else using my flyout menu, so I have flyout menus on every single record here. This is something I designed. I wish I could patent this. Saves a lot of real estate, so pretty cool. So if you move on, let me move off the page by clicking on home. So I'm off this page. If I go back to Task Grid Manager, it's going to remember my filter grid state. See all my technical records. And if I want all my records back, easy peasy, all I have to do is click on Reset Grid State and get all my records back. I get my fun stuff here, which I have attachments here. For example, I can click here to see my attachments. If it's an image file, you can actually see it. Again, this is test data here. Test data. PDF is my resume here. So you can do stuff like that. If you look at it in form view, if you're editing your record, you can edit in form view. You'll always see the attachments to the right, so to your right. So everything's at your fingertips. So here I can just click on it. If it's an image file, see it. Oh, notes. Let me show you something here. This is pretty cool. So with notes, you have Telerik has this really powerful editor where I did some additional coding where you can have see your YouTube videos here. It's like in graphics mode. Again, you have your attachments here. So your editor, if you go to edit notes, editor, it looks like this, something like Word. So one of the PharmD students, she's a PharmD person now. What she used to do is she used to go to Microsoft Word, do a lot of work there. She would have tables, pretty complex formatting, and she would just copy and paste it in here. So you can do that as well. So let me again view my notes, pretty cool. Okay, let's go back to the task grid manager. So one of the cool things is that if you edit something here and you enter a URL, it's going to make it. You can see it here, and you can click on it. You can click on this. So pretty cool. Or if you enter it on the notes, enter it here. I have a URL here and here. it's going to put it in as link 1 and link 2. I can click on it. This is going to Google Analytics. Pretty cool. So you have stuff like that. Um, God, there's grouping here. I don't. God, you can export to Excel, PDF. There's a lot of stuff. So I should have another video on that. So notice it shows the first 50 characters here under the categories, the tasks. So if I was to scroll right, I can always see what task I'm on. So that's the purpose for that. So pretty cool. Did I leave anything important out? Okay, those. Oh, one more thing. In this case, this is a task manager. So a lot of times you want to prioritize your tasks. So we have drag and drop sorting. So for example, I might say, hey, this is really important, HostGator. I want to put this up here. Fun stuff is not as important. I can put it down here. So there's drag and drop sorting to prioritize your tasks because your task may change on a daily basis. Your priority of tasks may change on a daily basis. So we use this a lot for other applications as well. So let's go back to your task grid. Anything else worth talking about here? There's a lot of stuff. So that's it. Let's go back home. We talked about the task manager interface using Telerik. So with Telerik, you can do the same thing as Tableau. You can select objects and select those objects, save it to your database, pass it as parameters, drill down to other dashboards. So, and if you make changes to your grid, you filter on your grid, it'll be reflected on the graph. So in this case, what this is showing is how many visits I have on the task manager and other interfaces as well. And it gives you counts here. It gives you your total, average, max. And you can see this in different formats like a pie chart. Let's see it here. Again, like I said, you can select your objects here as well. You can see it up here. Up here, you can deselect, select again, select. And you can post these objects. In this case, it's going to drill down to these. Here are the selected objects. It drilled down, and yeah, pretty cool. So again, you have a variety of formats here. Let's go back home. So we did that. Here we logged out. So we already showed you this, right? I showed you this. So when you log out, you can go in with your user ID and password if you have one, or just leave be and stay in as a Tableau user. So here, user visit hits. So we have, what the time you visited this site. Here are the users. How many does the user count? How many times they visited this site? Um, and you can hover over the bar. If you hover over it, you can see information here on that user. So pretty cool. Okie doke. So we finished this section here. So now we're doing fun stuff now, cool stuff. Learning Center. It's right here. You have like a lot of Tableau narrative videos here. So I have a playlist here. If I'm coding, I can listen to music. I have, yeah, you can see stuff here. Let me turn on the volume a little bit so you can hear it maybe. So you can hear stuff. This is my So I can do stuff like that, listen to music. I have a how-to. So the how-to is, I took out a lot of stuff here because a lot of the narrative videos I did on how-to on applications I developed, we moved it to UCSF Box for additional security. So I took a lot of it out of here, and I have just a lot of fun stuff. So this is a demo site. I have I have videos on my kids playing music and singing and basketball, volleyball, pickleball, tennis, fishing, a lot of cool stuff. Okie doke. And you can see this. This is a bigger screen here. So let's close this. Have some games here. Here's another example of an interface. Again, you can see it's test data. Peter Park picked a pack of pickled peppers. If Peter Park picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of peppers Peter Park picked? Here's cohorts you can change. My flyout menu. Okay, for this one, you can see some of the interfaces I developed here. Again, test data, Stephen Curry. You have my attachments to the right. This is just test data. You can see you can edit in form view 2. You can see drop downs here. Click save. Close this guy. What else? Yeah, let me just hitting up. Here, my resume, right here in a PDF. Over here, you can sign in. You can sign in. I have 2 test records here. I have Jessica Alba, actress, Stephen Curry, Golden State Warrior player. So it's easy to sign in. Just click here to sign in, and you can put your name here. About. So about is a combo box. So it'll say, actress, GSW, Golden State Warrior player. So it's taking all the data from the about. So you can either enter anything you want or select from the drop down. So let's say I'm Clay Thompson and I'm signing in. All I have to do is click on GSW player. Or I could just type in anything I want. And if you have questions or anything, you can enter as much as you want with notes and questions here. And once you're done, remember to click on Save Changes. Right now, I'll cancel it, but once you're done entering your information here, contact information, click on Save Changes. So that's that. Now let's get to some fun stuff. Let's go to the games. So here I have Zap Birdie, Zap Eagle, so Zap Birdie. So it's a silhouette bird. So I can click on it with this button and zap that bird. So I developed this so I can learn how to do the movements for the celebrities game. So with the celebrities game, if you win, you can see balloons and confetti rise up. So I was just doing some proof of concepts here. And also, so if you want to replay it, all you have to do is click replay or just click this button. And it zap that birdie. So I created a Zap Eagles too. So you can go to the home page and click Zap Eagles, or you can just click this button here. So what happened was the 49ers lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. I was so upset. I needed a way to vent my frustration. So I replaced the silhouette bird with an eagle, and you'll see it here. So I'm the 49ers. I'm Brock Purdy. I'm getting my revenge. So that's how that worked. Again, if you can click on replay or just click this 49ers button right here, this button here, and wow. Oh, yeah. Okay, so and you can go back to the silhouette bird here. This button. Let's go back home. So that's how that works. So celebrities dice game. So here I
All systems go.
So the object of this game is to select your celebrities. I can select Charlie Theron, Chris Hemsworth, and how about Tom Brady? And then post these celebrities. So the purpose of this game was that I showcased this at the UCSF Sharecase Convention 2019, and the reason being was to show off our user-friendly interfaces, right? So for example, remember we can do drag and drop sorting. I can move Chris Hemsworth up here, Charlie Theron down here, just move things around. There's drag and drop sorting. So we wanted to show again, our user-friendly interfaces. Have our file menus here. I can Google on the celebrities here. Pretty cool. Yeah, so for example, about celebrity, Google celebrity, that's Charlie Theron. You can see it here. Let's play our game, Feel Lucky game. So the object of the game is to match celebrities. So you have to match Charlie Theron with Charlie Theron, Chris Hemsworth with Chris Hemsworth, Tom Brady with Tom Brady. You have 3 tries, start game, roll my dice. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Sorry, try again.
Try again, I'll try again.
Sorry, try again.
Okay, I got one more try. Come on, come on, come on.
Sorry, next time.
Oh man, so to make it so I'm gonna so we're gonna win. I'm gonna make us win here. So what I can do is I can edit this guy, showing off our user-friendly interface. I can delete a celebrity. Let me delete Tom Brady. It's gonna ask for confirmation. Okay, remember to click Save Changes, delete successful, and now I'll play my Feel Lucky game. I'll have 50-50 chance, right? So roll my dice. I have 3 tries. Hey, I'm a winner.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
I'm a winner. So that's that. So that's how you play the game. So let's go back home and let's play the US map brain game. Let me click here. Let's end it with this game here. So here to my left is the US map game, and I have that, remember, my narrative video, my library of videos to my right, and that way I can play the map game and listen to music at the same time. So, you know, remember I have my playlist here, or I have my Wonder Years here, fun stuff here. Remember, there's Tableau narrative videos here and other cool fun stuff here, how to and fun stuff here as well. And and I can lower the volume here. But notice I lowered it, so when I play the game here, it doesn't interfere with the sound. So let's talk about the game, the US map game. So I developed this game back in 2003 so that my kids could learn their states and capitals, and it has their voices as well. So it has my son Christian's voice when he was 7, my daughter Alicia's voice when she was 4 years old. So for example, if you play the state game and it says find California, you would click on California. If you click on the right state, you'll hear got it. Now, if you click on the wrong state, you would hear nope. And you would have 3 tries, and if you don't get it in 3 tries, you'll hear skip and it'll go to another state. And you have 60 seconds to play this game. After 60 seconds, you're going to hear game over, and that's my daughter's voice. So yeah, and so 20 years later, I made enhancements to this game in 2023. And what I did is, if you play the state game, not the capital game, but the state game, if you get 21 or more states, you'll see the confettis and balloons rise. So yeah, pretty cool. And in addition to that, if you play the state game, you're going to hear find California, find Nevada, find Arizona, find New York, find Texas, find Florida. So I have the sound for that as well. So that's an enhancement. So let's go ahead and play the game. Let me play this while I play the game and start my state
Find
game.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, easy please. It's down
Find
here.
Washington.
Washington's up
Find
here.
Idaho.
Idaho's here.
Find Minnesota.
Minnesota is over here.
Find Indiana.
Indiana.
Find Colorado.
Colorado.
Find Michigan.
Michigan.
Find Arkansas. Find
Arkansas. Nevada.
Find Alaska.
Alaska's
Find
over here.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's over here. Oh shoot.
Find New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire. I'm going too slow.
Find Arizona.
Arizona.
Find Georgia.
Georgia on my
Find
mind.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Find New York.
New York.
Find Ohio. Find
Ohio.
District of Columbia.
Down here.
Find Texas.
Texas. Big
Find
one, Texas.
Louisiana. Find
Louisiana.
Connecticut.
Connecticut's over here.
Find Tennessee.
Tennessee. Easy
Find New
pleasy.
Mexico.
New
Find
Mexico.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Find Florida.
Florida's down here.
Find California.
Oh, that's
Find
really easy.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is up here.
Find North Carolina.
North
Find
Carolina.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, 31.
You're awesome.
I'm
I think
awesome.
I love you.
Oh, she
Please
loves me.
play again.
I'll play one more time. Okay, let's go. Play state game.
Find Massachusetts.
Find Massachusetts. Let's
Find Georgia.
Georgia.
Find North Carolina. Find
Carolina.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Find Maryland.
Maryland.
Find Florida.
Florida.
Find Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Find Oregon. Find
Oregon.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. North Dakota, it's up
Find
here.
Louisiana.
Oh no, I slowed
Find
down.
Washington.
Washington.
Find Iowa.
Iowa.
Find South Carolina.
South
Find
Carolina.
Maine.
Maine's up
Find
here.
Alabama. Find
Alabama.
Texas.
We go
Hawaii.
Texas. Hawaii's over here.
Find Michigan.
Okay,
Find New
Michigan.
York.
Oh, easy.
Find Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Find Tennessee.
Tennessee's over here.
Find Kansas.
Kansas.
Find California.
Oh, it's
Find
really easy.
Vermont.
Vermont's up here. It's really tiny.
Find Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Find Alaska.
Oh, down
Find
here.
Delaware.
Delaware's over here. Oh,
Find
California.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Maryland.
Find South Dakota.
South
Find District
Dakota.
of Columbia.
District of 31 again. Yeah, 31.
You're awesome. I think
I'm
I
awesome.
love you.
She
Please
loves me.
play again.
I already played again, so that's it. So now I hope this makes sense. So I ended with the state game. So you can play the capital game as well, but you know, I'm better with states. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me turn this off. So, and go back home. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.